quorum. Thanks, Tyler. All right, it is 6:01 on Tuesday, October 24th, and we'll call this meeting of the License and Ordinance Committee to order. We have Alder Jackson and myself on the call right now, and then if Jen Alder Cole joins, we'll have her join when she can. I'm going to open it up for any comments from citizens present. The two of you that I see on here are with the permit that is on our agenda tonight, so we can hold your comments for them. Seeing no one else on the call, I will close that portion of the meeting. And then we will take up approval of the minutes from the October 10th, 2023 meeting. If there's anybody who has changes to the meeting minutes as submitted, please bring them forth. No changes to the minutes, so the minutes are approved as submitted. Moving on to the one item on our agenda, which is the review of the amended application for a combination Class B beer and Class B liquor reserve license by Beloved Proof, doing business as The Social at Middleton Market, 7622 Lisa Lane. Ashley Allen is the name on the application. Madison, Wisconsin is the agent would be Ashley Allen. Do you guys want to walk us through? Oh, there's Jen. Give her a minute to join. Hi, Jen. I know you're busy. Thanks for hopping on. So we are now at the point where we are taking up the review of the amended application. And if the attorney for The Social and Nancy want to walk us through the changes that you have requested?
Yeah, so this is Parker. Sorry again, I'm not on video. I'm traveling as well. So we resubmitted, same application generally, but with a different licensed premises. So based on the tour and kind of conversations we were having with everyone on council, as well as the mayor and with Matt Fleming, the council's outside attorney, we found it best to limit the licensed premises to the bar seating area, the patio, and then that kind of open space to the south of the bar seating and bar area that we're kind of calling the overflow and kind of recreational area, if you will. So still a very limited space. I believe it ends up coming at about, I think it's like 3,000, 3,500 square feet. I didn't have the exact measurements, but that's about what it is. So it'll run from that door out to the patio, if you're looking at the bar, basically to the south, all the way to that end wall on the south, and it would encompass kind of that entire corner side area. Additionally, and just so it's noted on the license, should we be issued a license, we do have some storage. So there's a parking garage actually underneath the market hall, and attached to that parking garage is locked and secured storage that has a walk-in fridge. So that's where wholesalers would deliver. That's where we would store other things for the bar. So we just want to make sure that would be part of our licensed premises, because again, alcohol beverages will be stored there. So yeah, happy to answer any questions, engage in any conversation. But we've kind of scaled back, at least for the time being, on the licensed premises that we're proposing, and are hoping that everyone is amenable to that.
All right, thank you. Does anybody have any questions on the amended application as it's submitted? Jeffrey, any thoughts on your part about making that area bigger than what was initially talked about?
Sorry, did you say Jennifer?
I said Jeffrey, sorry. Okay. Alder, I should use more formal language. Alder Jackson.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't mind me. I'm working while I'm trying to talk to you. No, it looked well, and I like the fact that they're planning to do it in pieces. So I think that's a great step, a great move in the right direction. Especially when, like my question was, is when they get those vendors in there, especially the food vendors, they're on board. But what they're going to be doing first, the beer and alcohol side. My concern was the beer and alcohol consumption with food being brought in, but they're sure that before they get the vendors in, they're going to have pizza and hot dogs and stuff like that served. So I'm good with it.
Okay. The one change that was different than sort of what we talked about when we were all standing around was extending it not just from the half wall by the door, but going all the way to that south wall. And one of the reasons that I'm in support of that is that if a family would want to go in and watch a football game on a Saturday or a Sunday, both days, there is a little bit more space to have, especially as we're getting into the winter months, there's a little bit of area where you could bring in a couple kids, they could move off to the side. There's still a sight line within the bar. It just becomes a little bit more family welcoming and has a little bit more elbow room than trying to keep everybody contained in that tight space. That's the one thing that we talk about with my friends and neighbors is that once it's hard to find a place where you can take the kids to go watch the game on a Sunday that has enough room for them to sort of move around. So given the fact that you guys have that open space, I think it's a great use of it. I would caution you to watch out for slips and spills because that could get pretty slick on those floors. But I am in support of that whole area. Matt, do you see any concerns with continuing it that big?
No. I mean, it's still a fairly narrowly defined area, and it's not taking up that whole area. It's a manageable area. I guess I would ask if there's any plans to have any kind of. I mean, we're not talking about building a wall or anything, but either some combination of either tables or rope things. Seems like there's a better word for that, but I'm not grasping it now. Just some kind of demarcation there so that people know where the licensed premises does begin and end and not to leave.
So one thing that will be helpful with that, so that area that had the unfinished concrete floor that they're still doing the kitchen build out on will actually be enclosed while it's under construction by drywall. There'll be some sort of temporary wall put there. So that'll take up actually about half of that wall. And then the other points, yeah, we would happy to demarc with whether it be, I think what you do, like that kind of velvet rope, if you will, or some other kind of demarcation again, just so because we don't have any interest in having people being wandering throughout the market hall, with their beer and trying to make it, so it's all 18,000 square feet of space. That's not what we want, and that's not the licensed premises we're asking for. So certainly an interest in doing exactly that.
Yeah, and I don't think it's certainly much less of an issue. I mean, you don't want people running away down there anyway when there's, nothing to go down there for but to get in trouble. But, I just think the approval should reflect some condition that will be marked off and signed so that people know not to go. Because once there are vendors there, hopefully we'll have the whole issue worked out about what can be licensed and what not by then. But just in case it's not, we'd like to have that, I think, condition in place makes some sense. But yeah, otherwise, I think this is a good first step.
Captain Lather, do you have anything to add or any comments or concerns?
I don't think we have any concerns from the police department standpoint as far as it's a much more manageable area, so I think it alleviates the concerns discussed before. So Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we really have any issues with what's presented.
Okay. Alder Jackson?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Alder Wolf, is this the area that we were talking about to make that like a seating area?
The area south of the bar, I don't think there's any plans to make it a seating area. I think it's just open space right now.
Okay.
It would just give a little bit more space for people to be around.
Okay.
I don't think you have any, correct me if I'm wrong, Nancy, I don't think it's not the seating area down towards, it's not the end seating area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the
Yeah,
intent.
no plans. I don't think there's any plans right now to make that, a real seating area. Maybe kind of, I think it was suggested, right, cornhole, maybe some games over there. And that might come with, I don't know, maybe some like high top tables just so you have somewhere to set your drink. But no, there's no plan to make that, like a really formal seating area.
Right. I just got the low battery warning. I'm gonna go get my cord. Sorry. But, my only other question was actually, is there, cameras on the liquor area that's off the parking garage?
Ooh, I do not believe there are cameras there right now. I mean, it's double locking doors in the sense of to be able to get into the fridge, you have to get through 2 deadbolt locks. And the only folks with access to that are actually the current guys building it, and I believe Nancy and the landlord. But if that's in the interest of the committee and council, I'm certain that's something we could discuss. And have a camera at that. There's an outside entrance, there's steps, and then there's an interior entrance. From the parking garage itself. I think could work on placing 2 of those little globe cameras there, just in case that would capture anybody coming in and out. If that's in the interest of the committee and council generally.
My only thought was, as long as there's a double check, I'm just thinking if somebody were to accidentally forget to lock it, because that is a public access point. So as long as there's, I think I'd be more comfortable if there was some sort of security down there, some sort of camera, so that Nancy could be aware of it from our office, because we did see your setup. So I think that might be the best route to go. Obviously, it's not part of our permit, but that would just be a nice, I would feel more comfortable with it that way.
Yeah, and Nancy, maybe you're able to weigh in on, the interior parking garage obviously is controlled access because it's residents and only people with kind of the fob access. I don't know if there's a camera at the kind of entrance to the parking garage, but I don't believe there is a camera on the, exterior access directly to that storage area. And I don't think it would be an issue to set up a camera there and kind of link it into the overall system at all.
Yeah. And that might be, you might have to check with the landlord on that. I don't know how that works, but, that was just a thought that I had.
Yeah, we're working very cooperatively with the landlord, so I don't foresee that being an issue at all.
Okay. Any other questions or comments regarding the amended application that we have before us? No? All right. Any last comments, Matt?
Nope.
All right. All right, so then I would entertain a motion if anyone would like to put one forward.
This is Jackson. I'll make a motion to approve.
Excellent. This is Wilkus. I will second. All in favor of approving the amended application for a combination Class B beer and Class B liquor reserve license applied for by Beloved Proof LLC, doing business as The Social at Middleton Market, 7622 Lisa Lane. All those in favor say aye.
Actually, before we take, sorry, are we recommending that there be the condition that there be some visible demarcation of that eastern boundary of the premises?
Does that have to be noted on the application?
Well, it should be, yeah, anything that we expect to say, hey, you need to do this, it should be a condition of the license. And to me, that's the only real thing. I would just say, yeah, just that there be some physical demarcation of that eastern boundary of the premise with, signage, letting people know that alcohol cannot be removed from or go beyond that point or something to that effect.
All right, Alder Jackson, would you like to motion?
Just a question, just to make sure.
Sure.
That would, no alcohol beyond this point, signage there would would comply with the current condition that you're suggesting. I just want to confirm.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Just, reasonable signage depending on how many places they can actually cross that boundary, but, that was.
Perfect. We're totally fine with that. I just wanted to confirm.
Sure.
All right, did you want to amend the motion then?
This is Alder Jackson. I'm in the motion with the revisions. And that we accept it with the revisions and approval.
Okay, and this is Wilkus. I will second the motion with the requirement of the demarcation of the eastern boundary with signage and or physical barrier. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. And the motion passes for the amended application for the social. So thanks for having us out for the tour, guys.
All right. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we enjoyed having you there. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Good luck with everything.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you all. And just one question, if you had a minute, Chair. So will we get notification from, Common Council about timing for, kind of what agenda we will appear on?
Yeah, the next Common Council meeting will be the first Tuesday of November, which I believe
Is the
I believe
7th?
the 7th.
Yeah, so that would be the next, so not Halloween, but the week following.
Yep.
And it would be on the agenda.
Excellent.
Once it's out of this committee, then it'll appear on the agenda. It gets submitted to be put on the agenda.
And the council
Perfect.
agenda typically posted, if you want to just double check, it's typically posted the Friday before. So if you
Okay,
check,
so that'll be like the 4th.
if you check and you don't see it, let one of us know and we'll double check, because we can obviously amend the agenda if it gets forgotten somehow, but that's a very rare occurrence. But
Tyler, I think.
Just wanted to double check. Greatly appreciate it.
Tyler, can you confirm? I think Lori already contacted us saying it was on the November 7th agenda.
Lori did mention that she already added it. I didn't verify that, but she said she did.
Great. All right.
All right.
Thank you, captains. All right, as we have reached the end of our agenda, I will call this meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for coming
Thank
on a
you all.
special night. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time.
have a good night.
Thank you all.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Thanks, Tyler.
You bet.
Thanks, Tyler.
No problem.